Published an update on Anthropic crossing 30 billion in annual recurring revenue. Of course, it was $1 billion in January of 2025, up 21 billion in the last 3 months. And you compared it to some of these publicly traded software names. Underscore for us, though, the significance of this kind of growth.
Yeah, we've never seen anything like this. The technology just in the last couple months has dramatically rechanged how we're building systems. And the last charts you put up on many of these other stocks, most of our stocks are going straight south because of what Anthropic is doing. So investors right now in tech are viewing a world where when Anthropic goes public, I think most are trying to make room for this story, and they're also seeing the disruption. We've never seen anything like this, even looking at Google and Meta's numbers at that point. So I think it underscores the power of Anthropic's technology that we're all becoming developers. You can use the systems to build whatever apps, and that's causing a real drought on what do CIOs spend on other names. Do they have to buy Microsoft? Do they have to buy Salesforce.com, Adobe, can they custom build this with Anthropic?
Well, and you had some beneficiaries, companies that are invested in it. But I want to focus on the software side that you just talked about, because I heard Sundar Pichai just this week saying this is just the beginning. It does sound like, listen, at the very least, that these companies are going to have to, they won't enjoy the fat margins they had before. They're going to have to rejigger their business models. I don't know if the seat-based model is going to work anymore. I mean, there's some serious destruction going on within that software space, right?
Yeah, it's I've covered the space for 25 years, and I used to be a developer, and I've never seen this level of change. You have a pricing model going from seats to capacity and usage. You have effectively brand new technology companies like Anthropic that came from nowhere that are completely disrupting the incumbents. You have many of the obviously cyber concerns that we're seeing, and what's that going to pose. So our whole sector is upside down right now because of what is happening, and it's really benefiting from the AI infrastructure boom, where it's going to energy, it's going to hardware, it's going to data center infrastructure. So like most of our institutional investors don't own software, are staying away, can't predict what's going to happen because of what these models are doing. And that's been the right call to remain underweight our group, remain overweight many of these other stories.
Before I let you go, I'm running out of time. Project Glasswing, this collaboration with Anthropic and a whole bunch of companies, key cyber security players. It's just the announcement and the power. It's just breathtaking, to be quite frank with you. Now, there are some software names in there, Palo Alto Network, which I saw in your report, I think the one you wrote last week, about the CEO buying $10 million worth of stock. So I guess that's the way to do it, right? To sort of somehow partner up with the AI story from a software perspective.
Yeah, cyber is going to benefit big time because these agents that we're going to deploy, you're going to have 10 agents working for you, not one or two. And you're going to have to protect and secure those agents. And Anthropic and OpenAI can't do this on their own. You're going to have to rely on Palo Alto, CrowdStrike, the security industry, and everyone's going to want 2 or 3 bodyguards. They're not going to want one. And so what we see is a layered defense system. This will not replace cyber. It will help the cyber industry. And we believe CrowdStrike, Palo Alto Networks, Cloudflare is another great fundamental story. The ticker's NET, that is doing very well in the world of AI security. And again, the security issue we had before is radically changing because these agents now can be deployed as humans. They can effectively go after all the secret credentials. And so we think, again, what they're doing with this initiative with the industry makes sense because there's not one single company that can protect us. We need a collection of companies to help us.
Great stuff, Brent. Great work. I appreciate it.